My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube video channel. This is the home of the 5-minute video. I don't like speaking longer than 5 minutes to get people bored. I can give you the information you need to go ahead and make an informed decision. So I've worked about 10,000 cases were available for representation or consulting. As a former IRS agent or revenue officer, I can't tell you how many levies I've sent out, both bank levies and wage levies. Uh, Maybe thousands. It's not something you want to do. It's something that you have to do. So usually, here's the process. You send a tax return in, or IRS adjusts your tax return, and you get a series of 4 bills. The 504 is the one that really shakes everyone up, and then the 1058 is the one you really have to act on. Most people call IRS when they receive the 504 because it says we can go ahead and levy and garnish, but they give everyone another 6 weeks before the 1058 is sent out. And then if you don't respond to the 1058, if you don't call IRS or you don't follow a cap appeal, at that point in time, IRS will go ahead and send levies out. So it's best to understand the process of what's happening. So IRS by law has to send, or I should say by manual, has to send these levies out. It's the surest and quickest way to collect the money. IRS has all your wage and bank information on their computer for the last 6 years. So not a human hand touches these levies. They just go out automatically. The button's pressed and it's all computer systemic generated, and boom, they go out to your bank accounts where they know you've got interest income, or to your employer by the W-2s and sometimes by the 1099s you've received. So until you get that 1058 letter and the 30 days has expired, that's 6 weeks after the 504, then the levies take place. But you really don't want to get to that point, and you must have an exit strategy. Usually when you get the 504 is when practitioners like me get the call, but sometimes I don't react to the 504. I wait because of reasons I want to file an appeal. If you are a do-it-yourselfer, which many YouTubers are, what you have to do is understand if you call IRS, they're going to want a 433F if the case is at the service center. If it is, you've got to have that case documented, that financial statement. They're going to want bank statements. They're going to want to know copies of your assets. They're going to want copies of your pay stub, your expenses, and they're going to go ahead and come up with a solution based on your current financial statement. That's the 433F with documentation. One of 3 ways the case can be resolved by IRS is by currently non-collectible or hardship, payment agreement, or you may be an offer and compromise candidate. So if you're going to call IRS, make sure you fill out that 433F, you have the documentation. Make sure all your tax returns are filed. You want them brought up to speed. You want to look real good in front of the IRS when they ask you if you're current. And if you're on estimate payments, make sure, in fact, that you've made those. The most important thing when you call IRS and you're trying to get a levy released, if in fact they did file one, is you want to make sure you understand the National Standards Program. IRS allows everyone to live on X amount of dollars in the area that they live. They want to make sure it's fair. So if they have a housing and utility expense, they want to make sure that everyone is based on the same standard. So anyway, if you're getting a letter that IRS is going to go ahead and levy or garnish, at least know the system. Don't just rush and call IRS unless you have that 433F filled out and you understand the national standards. You can be in for a really rude awakening if IRS wants a payment. Usually the payment that you want and they want are two different things. So like I said, we're open for representation or consultation. If you want to leave a comment, you can. If you want to if you want me to make a YouTube video, just leave the comment and I'll probably make it. This is where I get my YouTubes, is really from you. I hope I try to give you the information you want. If you'd leave me a subscription, that's really big for me because YouTube values me by subscriptions. I know it sounds odd, but that's what they do. Please give me a like or a comment. The subscription is great. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time and listening.